moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing.
What'd they do to him? Because there's a lot of speculation out there, but nobody. I mean, I've heard things, but what did they really do to him?
The entertainment world has been buzzing lately, and just when you thought you'd seen it all, a shocking twist has left even Hollywood's most seasoned insiders speechless. The scandal involving Diddy Combs has taken an unexpected turn, culminating in a courtroom packed with lawyers, journalists, and spectators, all holding their breath as an explosive video is played. This revelation could unravel everything we thought we knew about one of the most influential figures in music. At the center of this storm, none other than global superstar Justin Bieber. With layers of drama unfolding, this story is enough to make anyone's head spin, and we're here to break it all down.
It was just an escape for me. I was just young, like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do.
Let's take a step back to set the scene. Diddy, once a celebrated titan of the music industry, is now facing a barrage of troubling allegations, including accusations linked to a network of illicit activities that have sent shockwaves through Hollywood. The revelations have been relentless, each new detail painting a darker picture of what may have been happening behind the glitz and glamour of his empire. But it wasn't until a recent courtroom session that things took a truly jaw-dropping turn, bringing Justin Bieber's name into the conversation in a way no one saw coming.
First time I smoked, I was suggested, but I was 13. Yeah, 13, 12 and 13.
Here's what went down. The courtroom was packed with legal teams, reporters, and curious onlookers who'd been following the case from the start. Tension filled the air as everyone anxiously awaited what was rumored to be a pivotal moment in the trial. And then it happened. Diddy's legal team was caught off guard when a piece of video evidence was introduced, a clip that had been lurking in the depths of the internet for years, but had never been taken seriously until now. The footage, reportedly filmed during the early days of Justin Bieber's career, brought the entire courtroom to a standstill. It was one of those moments where you could hear a pin drop. The video, allegedly from Bieber's teenage years, showed a much younger Justin spending time with Diddy during what was described as a 48-hour mentorship experience. At first glance, it might have seemed like nothing more than a rising star hanging out with a music mogul. But as the footage played on, it became clear that this was more than just a trip down memory lane. In the video, Diddy can be seen speaking to the camera, saying things like, "He's with me for 48 hours, and we're doing things that we can't really talk about." Now imagine hearing that in a courtroom where Diddy is already under intense scrutiny for deeply troubling allegations. Chilling, right?
Right. No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you saying?
I went there to see the lights.
The video continues, revealing moments that, in hindsight, have left many fans and critics raising their eyebrows. There's Diddy gifting Bieber a luxury car, a grand gesture that once seemed generous, but now feels strangely transactional. Then there's the cryptic comment from Diddy himself telling Justin, "Don't talk about what goes on with Big Brother Puff." A line once dismissed as playful banter now carries a weight that's impossible to ignore given the current context. It's no surprise that the courtroom buzzed with whispers as the video played. But what's even more unsettling is the emotional toll this has clearly taken on Justin Bieber. While he hasn't spoken publicly about the situation, insiders close to him suggest this has been an incredibly challenging time. Imagine having to relive moments from your past, moments you may have buried or even misunderstood at the time. Now, being dissected in a courtroom for the world to see. It's no secret that Justin has faced his fair share of struggles over the years, from public outbursts to battles with mental health. But this takes things to an entirely new level.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand.
Fans have been quick to rally around Bieber, flooding social media with messages of support and concern. "Hollywood, what did you do so wrong? Keep your head up high," one fan wrote, echoing the sentiments of thousands who believe that Justin, as a young star, was thrust into an industry that failed to protect him. The resurfacing of this video has also reignited conversations about the pressures and vulnerabilities young talents face in the entertainment world. How many other stars, people wonder, might have similar stories hidden in their past? Then, there's the silence from Bieber's camp, which is only fueling speculation. Why hasn't Justin commented on the allegations against Diddy or addressed the resurfaced video? Some argue that he's choosing to stay out of the legal battle entirely, focusing instead on his family and personal life. Others believe his silence speaks volumes, a quiet acknowledgement of the weight these revelations carry. Either way, the lack of a public statement has left fans and critics in suspense, waiting to see if and when Justin might break his silence.
Coming up
It's so funny what's happening with Diddy because this was inevitable.
Meanwhile, the media frenzy surrounding the case has been relentless. Every major outlet has covered the story, with headlines dissecting every detail of the courtroom drama. The video evidence has become a focal point, with analysts debating its significance and its potential impact on the case against Diddy. Some have even suggested that this could be a turning point, not just for the trial but for the entire entertainment industry. After all, if someone as high profile as Justin Bieber could be caught up in something like this, who's to say it hasn't happened to others?
Getting hot. Yeah, it absolutely is another layer to this story, Anne-Marie. A federal investigation into Combs has been ongoing, but he has not been charged with a crime.
What makes this even more complex is the ripple effect it's having on Diddy's relationships with other celebrities. Justin Bieber wasn't the only young star in Diddy's orbit during his rise to fame. Usher, another music icon, has also spoken about his time with Diddy, recounting experiences that, in light of recent events, are raising even more questions. It's as if every piece of the puzzle is falling into place. But instead of providing clarity, it's only deepening the mystery.
His independence to then becoming Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? I got a front row seat looking at that. Thank God that I had that experience.
The courtroom drama has also sparked debates about accountability in the music industry. Who knew what and when, and why did it take this long for these allegations to come to light? For now, those questions remain unanswered. One thing, however, is clear. The impact of this scandal is far-reaching, and it's not going away anytime soon. As the trial unfolds, all eyes are on Justin Bieber, wondering how he'll navigate this storm and what it might mean for his future.
I hate to say that because I really like this week. I feel bad, and this is what happened.
As we shift from the courtroom to the broader implications of this case, the story only grows more complex. Justin Bieber's connection to Diddy is just one thread in a much larger web of relationships and revelations. Could others have had similar experiences? And if so, what does that say about the culture of the entertainment industry as a whole? One thing is certain, this story is far from over. Stay tuned.
Take Justin Bieber. Oh man, take Justin Bieber when he was young. Take a romantic taste on Instagram.
Just when it seemed like this story couldn't get any more shocking, another layer is peeled back, revealing an even more tangled web. If you've been on the edge of your seat, hold on tighter, because the connections between Justin Bieber, Usher, and other stars linked to Diddy Combs are raising even more questions. What began as a courtroom revelation has spiraled into a full-fledged investigation into the relationships and dynamics that shaped some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry. And the picture being painted? Let's just say it's far from glamorous.
You mentioned L.A. Reid sent you to New York and you live with. He did it. They call it flavor campaign. So what was that experience like, and how did that help Usher?
Let's take a moment to talk about Justin Bieber's connection to Usher. The two have always been seen as close, sharing a mentor-mentee relationship that appeared to be a shining example of how a young star could navigate the rocky waters of fame with the guidance of someone who had been there before. But now, with the resurfacing of old footage and new allegations, that bond is being viewed under a much harsher light. Usher, who played a pivotal role in introducing Bieber to the world, is now facing scrutiny for his own ties to Diddy. It's no secret that Usher spent time with Diddy early in his career, but the stories emerging from that period are enough to make anyone uneasy. Back in the 1990s, Usher was sent to live with Diddy as part of what was then described as a mentorship opportunity. At the time, Usher was just breaking into the music scene, and the arrangement was framed as a chance for him to learn the ropes from one of the industry's most successful figures. But what did he really learn during that time? In a recent interview, Usher described the experience as wild and crazy, hinting at things he witnessed but didn't fully understand. He admitted to seeing things that were curious and unexpected, and while he didn't go into detail, the ambiguity of his words has left many wondering. What exactly went on during his stay with Diddy?